In the biblical tradition, the enigmatic Nephilim, or fallen ones, are mentioned in two very different contexts. The first mention appears in Genesis 6 and refers to the period before and after the deluge, with the Nephilim apparently residing in Mesopotamia, even though this is not explicitly stated. They are described as the offspring of the sons of God and the daughters of men, as mighty men of renown. Although it is not directly said, the word Nephilim is often translated in this passage with giants. The Anakim are a group of people mentioned in the Bible, specifically in the Old Testament. They are described as giants, descendants of Anak, and are often associated with great size and strength. The second mention of the Nephilim is in Numbers 13, where they are mentioned as inhabitants of Canaan from the time before Israel inhabited the land. Israelite spies, sent out to survey the land, described them as follows: "The people whom we saw in it are men of great stature. There we saw the giants Nephilim, the descendants of Anak came from the giants, and we were like grasshoppers in our own sight, and so we were in their sight." The Anakim are said to be descendants of Anak, who was the son of Arba. Arba is described as the greatest man among the Anakim and the father of the city of Hebron, known as Kiriath Arba in ancient times. The name Anakim is probably derived from a Hebrew root, meaning necklace. It has been suggested that the name means long-necked, or the men with the necklaces. Although the first meaning may somehow be in agreement with the description of these people as giants, the second meaning actually makes much more sense. One in fact find that migrants, who arrived in Canaan at the onset of the 2nd millennium BC, were indeed characterized by the metal neck rings or torques they wore. The Anakim are depicted as a race of giants, and their presence in the land of Canaan caused fear among the Israelites. They are often compared to the Nephilim, another group of giants mentioned in Genesis 6 verse 4, though the exact relationship between the Nephilim and the Anakim is unclear. When the Israelite spies scouted the land of Canaan, they reported seeing the Anakim there, describing themselves as grasshoppers in comparison to these giants. The Anakim are described as a people great and tall, causing the Israelites to feel overwhelmed at the prospect of conquering them. Joshua led a campaign against the Anakim during the conquest of Canaan. The text notes that the Anakim were driven out from the hill country and their remaining descendants were confined to Gaza, Gath, and Ashdod. While specific names of Anakim are not always provided, one of the most famous giants related to this lineage is Goliath, who is often considered to be a descendant of the Anakim. Goliath was from Gath, one of the cities where the Anakim were said to have survived. The Anakim symbolize formidable challenges or obstacles. Their presence in Canaan represented the daunting task ahead of the Israelites in claiming the Promised Land. The stories involving the Anakim highlight themes of fear, faith, and divine intervention. The Israelites' initial fear of the Anakim contrasted with their eventual victory over these giants, symbolizing the triumph of faith over fear. In summary, the Anakim are depicted in the Bible as a race of giants, descendants of Anak, and are often associated with strength and fearsome size. They represent significant challenges faced by the Israelites during their conquest of Canaan. French archaeologist Claude Schaeffer, leader of the French team, suggests that the giants would have worn neck rings, as he excavated at Ugarit, for their signature characteristic of wearing bronze neck rings. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe to my videos.